that way I stay on topic of what we need to talk about. So if y'all were on my live earlier, I was at a dance competition. Disclaimer. Well, let me go back some. Hey y'all, I'm Coach Kia. I am a travel majorette at HBCU Dance, coach, trainer, choreographer, instructor, all the above. I travel, I do open level classes, I travel and do group trainings, I travel and do private trainings, I create choreo for teams. What else I do? I do a lot, okay? I've been dancing since the age of 4. I started Majorette my senior year of high school and was captain my senior year as well. My first time doing it was captain. I grew up in the studio. Doing like ballet, tap, jazz, contemporary, all of that kind of stuff. And then my jazz teacher was the coach for this majorette team, and he was like, I think you should join the majorette team. I was like, excuse me, that's not my style of dance. And he was like, I think you should do it. You're gonna love it. Just try it. So I did it, ended up falling in love with it, became captain, and that's how my majorette journey started. Then I went to Florida A&M University, ended up joining the Diamonds of FAMU, which is a majorette team at FAM. If you know, FAMU does not have any dancers that are part of the band. They only have flags. So there are several dance teams at FAMU, and Diamonds of FAMU is one of the teams that is a majorette style, HBCU dance style team. Dance to the band's music, dance at football games, basketball games, parades, pep rallies, sometimes outside performances, all of that stuff. So that is how my majorette journey continued. Graduated, started coaching some teams in my hometown city, Jacksonville, Florida. And then January of last year, I pivoted my career, and one lady that I was working with, one of my great friends, her name is Jada, she was like, I think you should I was doing fitness, so I was doing personal training, and so I was training her, and she was like, let's do a dance, like fitness. And I was like, girl, you just don't know, like I would love to. So of course I told her that I did majorette style dance. So that's kind of what we did. We did like a majorette style workout, and she loved it, and she was like, I think you should start hosting online classes. So I started doing online classes. That turned into in-person classes, and then that turned into me now traveling, teaching teams in my city, teaching different schools, doing virtual trainings, creating choreo for teams, traveling to do group trainings, judging competitions. I was actually judging competitions before I started doing this. I judged about 3 competitions before I actually started Unlock Through Dance, and I'm going to be judging a competition in Dallas in January, and I think I'll be judging a competition in October in New Orleans. So I am pretty, I'm accustomed to the majorette competition world. I kind of know how it runs. I know the ins and outs, all of that good stuff. So, oh wait, we got a question. Why don't girl, I don't know. It's tradition. They've never had dancers a part of the band. I think since they were founded in 1887, they've never had dancers a part of the band. They've only had flags. That's a question that we ask all day, every day. Maybe one day the band director may have a change of heart. Maybe a new band director may come in and say, hey, I want dancers. I don't know. I do not know. But I hope that when they do, they allow the Diamonds of FAMU to be their dancers and not go and just get a random team or make a random team. I would love that they would choose the dancers that had already been there. Diamonds were founded in 2004. So, they kind of have history at the school. A lot of people know them. So I would love to see them in front of the band versus seeing a, completely different team. So let's get into what I want to talk to y'all about today. So if y'all follow me on Instagram, I posted a quick video saying that what I witnessed today, I am very disappointed in the dance community. I am disgusted with what I witnessed today. I am saddened by what I witnessed today. And I just really think we need to have a chit chat when it comes to competitions, when it comes to dance teams, when it comes to coaches, when it comes to dancers, all the above. We need to chit chat and have a conversation. So this is going to be saved. I'm going to post this on my YouTube channel. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'm dropping a new series this week. I got to get me another SD card. I was supposed to record the video yesterday, but I lost my SD card. So as soon as I get me another SD card, I'm starting a new series on my YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe. It's Coach Kia. No. Well, it's Coach Kia, but the @ is Unlock Through Dance. And I was so glad Unlock Through Dance was there. So Unlock Through Dance, go subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to post this live on my YouTube channel once I finish and save it. All of that jazz. Hopefully it don't cause me no issues and it saves everything all the way through. All right. So let's get into it. So earlier I was on TikTok, y'all. I was on TikTok from 12 o'clock until almost 4 o'clock. I was at a dance competition with a group that I trained with. Also, disclaimer. As I am telling this story, as I am going over the things that I need to say, please, if I don't name any teams, any coaches, any judges, if I don't name any names, please don't name any names, okay? Just out of respect, out of this live, how I would like to run this live, please do not name any teams, any judges. Don't name the competition, you know, unless I name it. If I name it, that's on me, but please don't drop in the comments. You know, none of that. Okay? Let's keep it clean. Let's keep it cute. And at the end of the day, I'm still going to say what I need to say. All right? So, let's start with the venue. Let's start with the venue of the competition. So, now, although most of what I'm about to say has to do with the competition from today, I'm going to make this like a general competitions all over. Okay? Like, if you want to start a competition, you're watching this. If I want to start a competition, I'm taking notes of what should and shouldn't be done. Competitions that I'm going to in the future that I will be asked to judge, will be judging at. All of this, I'm literally, you know, just kind of formulating do's and don'ts. That's what we're going to call this, do's and don'ts. Okay, I might not call it that for real, but that's technically what this is going to be. This is going to be the do's and don'ts of Majorette HBCU dance competitions, okay? All right, so let's start with the venue. So, spacing. Number one is spacing. I personally, Lord, I try to put personally and believe together. I personally believe that it does not matter where your venue is. As long as the venue can accommodate what you are, what your categories are, how big the teams are, and how big of a crowd you are allowing to come in. Okay? So, most of the time we're used to seeing competitions in a gym. I've seen competitions in like banquet hall venues. I've seen competitions in outdoor stadiums. I've seen competitions at school gyms, at college gyms, at high school gyms. Have I seen a competition anywhere else? That's about it. So yeah, usually you see it in a gym, a stadium, or like some type of venue. That's usually where you see a competition at, okay? So, like I said, the spacing or where you have it does not matter as long as you have mapped out how you want to set everything up. You have made sure you counted the costs when it comes to how big these teams are. Are these teams with 6 girls? Are these teams with 20 girls? Or do we have 10 teams coming? Do we have 5 teams coming? Do we have each team is bringing 15, 20 people? Have we counted all those costs? Okay, that's the first thing I want to talk about. Have we counted the cost of the venue, the spacing, and mapping out the entire competition? So now when it comes to mapping out the competition, have we decided, okay, are we going to do a parade walkthrough? If we're doing a parade walkthrough, what is the path? What is the path that we're letting the teams walk? If we're doing creative, have we mapped out how far, the width, the length of our performance stage? Have we mapped all of those things out? Have we mapped out where the guests are sitting? Have we mapped out where the teams are sitting? Have we mapped out where the teams are getting dressed? Have we mapped out if we're going to have vendors, where the vendors going to be? Are the vendors going to be in an area where they are seen, where people are going to want to go to them and buy stuff? Are they going to be in a corner where nobody wants to go over there? Have we checked the venue itself? Have we checked the venue if the AC is working in the venue? Have we checked, are the bathrooms working in the venue? Have we checked these things before the day of the competition? Venue. We still on the venue. All right. Restrooms and dressing rooms. Going back to mapping out the competition. Restrooms and dressing rooms. Do we have 5 teams that have 5 girls? So we have a total of 25 girls that have to get dressed, change, all of that. How big is this restroom? Do we have a public restroom? Do we have a dancer's restroom? Do we have a dressing room? Do we have a dancer's restroom and dressing room? Have we mapped these things out? Okay. And if it is a situation where space is limited, bathrooms are limited, have we said that to the coaches? Have we said that to the dancers? Have we made this clear so that way everybody knows what they're getting themselves into? Okay. I know it's not always easy to do this before teams sign up for a competition, but I feel like when you are going and searching for the venue, let's say you choose a venue that is smaller, you choose a venue that has 1 bathroom, 1 men's bathroom, 1 women's bathroom, you choose a venue that does not have a dressing room, you choose a venue that is smaller, then you have to be wise about the amount of teams you let join. You have to be mindful of the size of the teams that you let join. You have to be mindful of the amount of people that you let come to this competition. What's up, Tater Tot? Can I get a shirt somewhere? Okay, so shirts, quick disclaimer, y'all. The shirts, I don't know, y'all. I just got these shirts made for myself, and I don't know when I would start selling them. I don't know. I need to do that ASAP. I really do. I might do like a pre-order, y'all. I might do a pre-order for the shirts. I have this shirt. I have the black with the white writing. I have a white one with purple. It's purple glitter. And I'm gonna get another one made. I'm probably gonna get a purple one made with white, a purple shirt. But the lady that made them for me, I gotta ask her if she does bulk, because she did a really good job. I really like how she did these. So I gotta ask her if she does bulk, because I really want to get these shirts out to y'all so y'all can rep them too. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I ain't really been thinking about it, but I'm gonna get on that. Thank you, Tater Side. Thank you. So probably early August. I'm gonna try to have some shirts by the time I go to either Alabama or Chicago. Quick ad, real quick, y'all. I'm taking my class to Mobile, Alabama, and Chicago. Oh, excuse me. Mobile, I'm going August 6th, and then Chicago, I am going August 12th. So if you are in any of those cities or close to one of those cities, make sure you grab your tickets now, pull up to a class. I'm also having another class in Jacksonville on July 22nd. Okay? All right, let's get back to it. So where are we? Spacing, all of that stuff, teams. Okay, this is just all venue. And like I said, be mindful that these thoughts and everything that I'm talking about now came upon the competition I was at today. But these are things that if you want to start a competition, if I want to start a competition, that everybody needs to be mindful of. Okay? Everybody needs to be mindful of all of this stuff. All right? Moving on. Last thing with the venue. And this is not really the I won't really blame this on the host of the competition, but audience, volunteers, dancers, Why do y'all think it's okay to walk in front of the judges when a team is performing? Why do y'all think that's okay? I just really want to know. I really want to know. You couldn't wait. You couldn't wait till the team was done. You couldn't take the long way and walk all the way around. You thought it was okay to walk in front of a team while they were in the middle of a performance. And I just felt like that was so disrespectful. There are a few other things that I'm going to talk about today that I saw that were very disrespectful. But that was just one. That just really, like, I can't believe that the persons, it was at least 3 people that did it at the same time, walked across while a team was performing. So with that being said, as a host of a competition, I would, maybe some tape, some caution tape, some type of rope or something, some type of situation where people cannot walk in front of the judges. First of all, most competitions, they try to keep audience away from the judges as much as possible, just because, people is crazy. I almost said the other word, but people is crazy, okay? So, just being mindful of as an audience, being mindful of when you walk, where you walk, at all times. I just thought that was wild, that you can walk in front of a judge. Judge 1 here, the entire talk was not put together properly, starting with the venue. Exactly. And we already got to the venue. We already talked about the venue. So we moving on. My people just coming in, we're talking about the competition that I was at today. A lot of y'all was on my live earlier. I was on live at the competition. And we're also talking about just things that need to be talked about in general when it comes to this competition. A lot of the stuff that I saw today that I told y'all, I took notes, honey, so that way we stay on topic. But at the same time, a lot of the stuff that I saw today is stuff that I've seen at other competitions as well too, which is, it's not good. And it's something that we as a Majorette community, HBCU community, if we gonna keep doing these competitions, we gotta do better. Okay, so we talked about spacing. We talked about restrooms, dressing rooms. We talked about the map, planning out your venue, regardless of where you decide to have your competition. Make sure you plan out the entire competition, plan out the venue, plan out how big these teams are, all of the above. Okay, spacing. I wrote spacing twice. No, I didn't. That's like seating. Oh, we talked about seating a little bit. Seating. Where are our teams sitting? Are our teams sitting on the floor? Are our teams not in the room? Because I've been to some competitions where they've had seating for teams, but the teams just decided to stay in their dressing room, and that's okay. But as a host, does my team have seating? Does my team have to sit on the floor? Does my team have to sit outside? I need to know all of this stuff. Okay, I need to know all of this stuff. And going back to the venue, let me go back to the venue. With the restrooms, dressing room situation. Although we have male dancers, although we have a lot of male dancers, majority, let's say about 70% of Majorette HBCU dancers are girls, women, females. Okay, we are now starting to see a lot more male dancers, which I love it. I love to see the male dancers. But going back to the restroom situation, we all know that women, we have our time of the month. Okay, we all know that as a dancer, well, I know as a dancer, that time of the month is one of those crucial things where you feel icky, you feel nasty, you just, it's something that you don't like to deal with. Me personally, as a dancer, having to use one bathroom in the entire competition, and let's just say it was that time of the month, I would probably tell my coach I don't want to perform. I would probably tell my coach, like, you know what, I don't want to perform. I don't know how I feel about this. And being used to dancing in college, we used to have to wear white. and I've had to wear white sometimes during that time. But it was a situation where I was able to go to a bathroom with multiple stalls. I had everything I needed to get myself together, X, Y, and Z. So that just added something else that I had to think about. But yeah. Okay, moving on from the venue. All right, next I have let's go into the judges. All right. First off, I don't know who's judging. And this is the second competition that I've been to this year alone where they have not. No, this is the third competition. Did they introduce the judges at that other competition? I don't think they did. This is the third competition that I've been to this year. Was that competition this year or last year? I think that was this year. That had to be this year. When did I go to Texas? I went to Texas January. And then that had to be like February, March. Okay, I think that was this year. 3. I've been to 3 competitions this year, y'all, where they have not introduced the judges. Who is judging? Who are you? You might be somebody. You might be somebody that as somebody in the audience, I might want my child to join your team. As a coach, I might want my team to collab with you and your team. As a coach, as a dancer, I want to know who I'm dancing in front of. You could be the coach over the J sets, and I need to really give it my all because maybe that's the team that I want to join when I go to college. You could be the president of Florida A&M University, and I'm trying to shoot my shot after the competition. I don't know who's judging. Number one, and I put judges because everything I'm going to talk about is about the judges. But, this goes back to, like I said, this is not just for the competition I was at today. This is for all competitions in general. Like I said, this is the third competition that I've been to this year. Where they did not introduce the judges. We need to know who's judging. I want to know who's judging. As an audience member, as a coach, as a dancer, as a parent, I want to know who's judging. I want to know who you are. I want to know, once the results are in, of course, I'm not in your head. I can't read your mind, but I want to know why, maybe come up with a reason of why you thought what you thought, and not even that, more importantly, who are you and how because at the end of the day, yes, this is the competition, but this is still a dance community. And at the end of the day, we should still be able to commune with each other. Regardless if you're judging, regardless if we're competing against each other, we should still be able to commune with each other when it comes to the Majorette dance community. Okay? Next, if you are not judging, why are we at the judges' table? Okay? I'm confused. I thought it was 4. Apparently it was 3, but it was 4 people sitting at the table. I'm confused. If you're not judging, why are we at the judges' table? Now, I've been to a competition where the judges were split up. They had a total of 3 judges, and each judge had somebody next to them, but you could tell that person was a volunteer, helping with score sheets, helping with water, snacks, all of that good stuff, okay? But if you are not judging, why are we at the competition table? I get excited when I see a lot of judges. I do. I really get excited when I see a lot of judges because for me, I like a lot of opinions. I like different thoughts. I like different personalities. Like I like to see, I love it when, I won't say, no, I don't love that. I'm not going to say that. But I love to see a lot of judges. Not saying you need to have 10, 15, that's crazy. But 4, 5, even 6. I think it's good to have an odd number. So, 5, I think 5 is a good number. 5 judges. I love to see that. So when I saw 4 judges, I was like, oh, this is good. But come to find out, one person was not a judge. I'm confused on why you're at the table. Okay, I'm moving on. We gotta, I can definitely dance if I'm given the choreography. Okay, well, pull up to a class, Kay. Pull up to a class. Crayola, am I following you? Oh, wait, I can't follow you on here. I'm gonna follow you. I'm talking about Crayola. What's your name? What is your name? Okay, moving on. Once again, y'all, my people that are just joining, I'm gonna post this on YouTube. I'm gonna post this on YouTube as well. Okay, next. What I put right there? Judges etiquette. Y'all, I saw something today that as a dancer, if I was a dancer, I would have cried. I would have really cried after I finished performing. Today, I watched a judge. I literally watched a judge. And it's on live. I was on live the whole time. So I could literally go back to the live and watch it. There was a judge that while a team was performing, they did not look up one time. And if they did look up, they looked somewhere else and went back down. And I just feel like that is one of the most disrespectful things you can do as a judge. Regardless if you like the routine, regardless if you don't like the routine, regardless if you don't like the team, regardless if you don't like the music, regardless if you don't like the uniform, as a judge, you should have enough respect to at least watch it. Watch it. Just watch it, okay? You can already have made up in your mind whatever you're going to score it, whatever. But as a judge, just watch it. Just watch it. I've judged a few competitions where I didn't prefer the music, I didn't prefer the dancing, I didn't prefer the uniforms. But I still had enough respect to watch the team and then, write whatever I wrote on the score sheets. Vice versa to being in the audience, being in the audience for a team and, seeing them perform and not liking something, I still watched it. But as a judge, I just, that really hurt me to see that, because I know the girls saw that. And I know that hurt the girls. I hope it didn't. I really hope it didn't. I hope they, brushed it off and pushed through. But just seeing that, I know others saw that. I know the girls saw that. And that's just something that I just cannot believe that you would do for the whole entire 2 minutes, 3 minutes, however long it was. You didn't look up one time. We got to do better. We got to do better. And like I said, this is for all competitions. So moving forward, if you plan on judging a competition, if you plan on picking judges for a competition, make sure, because the lady that I was talking to earlier, the lady that I'm talking to about judging a competition in Dallas, we were talking about being professional at a competition, and we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. Okay, moving on. Judges etiquette again. Okay, going back to judges etiquette. So, judges, I know we get excited. With the teams. I know we get excited with certain moves. I know we get really excited to where we want to record. I know we do because I be wanting to too. And from a judge's standpoint. I get really excited where I want to record. But how we going to record and score? How we going to record, pay attention, write down our notes, score at the same time? Because that's a lot. And I ain't going to lie. When I'm recording, I'm not really thinking about scoring. I'm not thinking about scoring. I'm not thinking about what what I'm finna give you. If I'm recording, I'm thinking about getting this video together. Because most of the time when you record anyway in person, you can't keep your hands straight. You can't keep your hands straight. You be all over the place. You be hyped. You be excited. You be screaming. You be yelling. But that's another thing that I noticed from the judges. There was a lot of recording. Which is okay for my teams that are not competing. Unless now, another thing that I would definitely recommend this, is having somebody record everything, and then the judges go back and watch it if they need to deliberate, if they need to, break the tie, anything like that, just to go back and see if they miss anything. Because I'm not going to lie, when you watching 20, 15, even 10 girls on a dance floor, even when I'm doing cuts for teams and stuff, I'll be like, baby, we got to do this 2x2, 3x3, because I can't watch all y'all at one time. I just can't. I can't. So I know being a judge is tough, trying to watch all of those teams. So I think overall, competition-wise, I think that would be a good idea to have somebody record, so that way we can go back and watch, whatever we need to watch. And then not only that, if you want any videos, that's where you can get your videos too. Because I'm not going to lie, I ain't getting no videos from today, but that's because I was on live, so that's on me. And then lastly, what I heard was that there were no score sheets today. And my question is, why? Why? Why was there no score sheets today? Why? Now this is something that I will say about every competition I've been to, I've judged, even auditions. We had score sheets. So why we didn't have no score sheets? There was only one per team. Okay. I can't speak too much on the score sheets. I'm just going off of what I heard. So I'm gonna just say this. I hope the teams got their score sheets. I don't know. And maybe some teams didn't want to get their score sheets today. But that's not my problem. But okay, there was one per team. Ooh, what's going on? Oh, okay. Okay. What you said your name was? LJ? Okay, I'm glad you on here too. Okay, y'all. LJ said, I asked that myself. I'm big on scoring, but it was pretty difficult, to be honest. We gave them to the host. Okay, so host, make sure them teams get their score sheets. Because I went to one competition. 4. I've been to 4 competitions. Okay, I got there late. I ain't gonna lie. I did get there late. So maybe they did introduce the judges at that competition. Because that competition, they had like 6 judges. And it was a long competition. Oh, Lord, it was so long. But maybe, I think they did. They probably did introduce the judges. Because I got there late. But that was a and competition too. So they probably did. They probably introduced the judges. Okay. So yes. So I hope they do. I hope they get the score sheets, or email them, copy them, fax them. I really do. I really hope they join the score sheets. Lord, I'm reading this. Get them the score sheets. But that's it. That's all I got to say for the judges. All right, moving on to the teams and the coaches. Actually, before I go to the teams and the coaches, let's talk about the competition rules. Okay. So a lot of people that was on the live was asking me, did I have a team? So I personally do not have a team. I tell y'all this all the time. Y'all be commenting on my TikTok videos asking, can y'all join my team? I don't have a team, guys. Okay? I don't have my own personal team. I train several different teams. Okay? I train several different teams. I choreograph for several different teams. I choreograph for teams all over the country. So I don't have my own personal team that I can say Coach Kia is the head coach, all of that. Now, I do have a few teams that I work with on a weekly basis. I have some teams that I only work with for competitions. I have some teams that I work with on a weekly basis. And I have some teams that may call me in for choreo, or hit me up, be like, hey, we need choreo for this song, this the time, can you send us a video? I have some teams where I might meet with the coach and give the coach the choreo, and then the coach teaches it to their dancers. I have some teams that fly me out. I get flued out and I go teach choreo, etc. I can't see these comments, y'all. What college are you thinking? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Period, Kay. Yes, Kay. Definitely train. Start working now. Sorry, y'all. Quick side note. Start working now. Make sure you stretching. Make sure you training. Make sure you are studying the team. I just wrapped up not just, but back in April, I wrapped up a audition prep program where I worked with a few dancers for 3 months straight to help them prepare for the team that they were auditioning for. Did it stop? Okay. To help them prepare for the team that they were auditioning for. So we spent like the first month stretching, conditioning technique. We did the second month. Is it freezing, y'all? Because it's freezing on my end. Y'all let me know if it's freezing. Let me make sure my phone's good. Okay. I think we're good. I don't know why it's doing that. So yeah, we spent the first month stretching, conditioning technique. We spent the second month like studying the team, studying stands, studying their field shows, studying their walks, studying how they sit, their set, their attention, all of that. And then the last month we worked on I treated the last month as if it was their audition. So the very last month, I treated it as if they were, we worked together for a week for basically 4 times a month that last month. And we treated every day like it was an audition up until the actual audition. So, okay. All right, back to it, y'all. Back to it. So, going back to the competition. Competition rules. So, like I was saying earlier, that I don't have a team of my own, but the teams that I do help, of course, they have to let me know, they have to let me know the rules, they have to let me know the time limits, they have to let me know the music, they have to let me know basically all of the information that the host gives them. They have to let me know so I can know how to choreograph the competitions and stuff. Okay, last minute changes. A month before, sure. 3 weeks before, maybe. 2 weeks before, stop trying. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. A week before and a few days before, now y'all trying it. Okay? Specifically this competition, I'm going to talk about this competition first, then I'm going to talk about previous competitions. This competition first, for the slow stand routine, I was told that everybody had agreed on making the slow stand routine 2 minutes long. Okay, the song was 3, I don't know how long the song was. And so, when I come up with choreo, specifically, I'm big on musicality. I'm big on hitting certain things in the song. Like, I'm big on making the choreo specific to that to that song. Now, when it comes to stands, not stand routines, but when it comes to like HBCU style stands, it's a little bit different, just because, you know, a stand, you can do a stand in any song, any beat. You got your slow stands, medium stands, fast, all of that. Okay, so I'm big when it comes to stand routines. I'm big on making my choreo specific to the song. And so the coach that I was helping told me that her team had to change up the slow because they were told that they had to do 2 minutes. 2 minutes, and I guess ours was at like 2:21. So after seeing it, I had not seen it after she had made the changes. So after seeing it, I was a little disappointed because that's not how I created it. And I also wish that I could have changed it, so I could have changed it how I wanted it. Because basically she kind of shifted the choreo, and because of the way that I created the choreo, to me, you know, I don't know how it looked to the judges, I don't know how it looked to the audience, but to me, it didn't look right. But once again, that was a last minute change that her as a coach had to do, because, you know, I'm not the coach of the team. I come in whenever I'm scheduled to come in, and on top of that, I got other stuff I got to do. So I wasn't able to go in and change the routine at the last minute, or, you know, fix it. That's something she had to do, and she just did it to the best of her abilities. And lastly, sticking to rules and sticking to the time limits. Okay, I did not have okay, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna go back. I did not have a timer. But I know music. Okay, I know music and I know timing. And so because I know how I created the choreo, and I know that the choreo was over 2 minutes, the other team that competed against us, their choreo went over the 2 minute limit. Okay, so technically that team should have been disqualified, and the other team should have won by default because of they went over their 2 minute 2 minute time limit. Dance wise, the other team did better, and that's just me being honest. That is me being honest, completely 100, because I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to any dancer I work with. I'm not gonna lie to any coach. The other team did do better when it came to the actual stand routine. But if the rule was 2 minutes, then the other team should have been disqualified. So when it comes to competition rules, as a host, as a judge, as as a coach, we got to stick to the rules, because it's not fair. It's not fair if we're going to make up a rule, change the rule at the last minute, then when it's time to put the rule into place, we just act like the rule doesn't exist. And that also goes back to making sure once you send out the rules and stuff for teams, and I've noticed this myself because I was helping out somebody do a competition earlier this year, and some type of way I became the co-host. I don't know, how that happened, but some type of way I ended up becoming the co-host and had to help out with a few things when it came to song choices, time limits, all of that. And so with that being my first time actually setting that up, going back to the competitions that I've been in, judge, help, I thought about it and I was like, okay, first of all, these teams need this music like now. Like once you say we're having a competition, these are the categories, that stand music needs to be sent out ASAP. Because you have some teams, I worked with a team back in June. They're not doing a competition until like late August, early September. They had me choreograph for them beginning of June. Meaning that all of June, all of July, all of August, they're going to be practicing that choreo. So let's say that the competition was until September and they didn't send them the music until August. So making sure that whenever we send the music, we know the time limits, we know, how long, how short, we're going to make everything, because like I said, it's not fair when, stuff is changed at the last minute, and it's not fair when stuff is changed at the last minute and then when it's time to execute whatever was changed, it's thrown out. Ciao. Ciao. Moving on. Did I have anything else to say about rules? I mean, we all know the rule about don't cross the line and all that. But that goes back to the venue. When it comes to the venue, if your venue is not big enough to have two teams facing each other, make it work. And I feel like that they did a good job of adjusting to that today. I felt like that was great. Adjust. My dance coach from college, he used to tell us all the time, oh Lord, what's the word? What he used to tell us? Be Jesus. Oh, I'm drawing a fart. I'm drawing a blank. Oh, I can't think of the word. It's gonna come to me. Not adaptable. What did he used to say? Oh, he used to say it every game. But that's basically what I'm trying to say. I can't think of the word, but he used to tell us every game, be able to adapt. Whatever happens, whatever changes, be able to adapt. When I come to Oklahoma, Tulsa, I actually have family in Tulsa. My sister lives there, and she keep telling me to come. So I might have to plan a trip. Y'all got power yet? Because if y'all ain't got no electricity, I ain't coming. That ain't funny. That's not funny. Oh, that is not funny. That's not funny. That's not funny. Okay, but I have been thinking about coming to Tulsa. I have been. That was crazy. Y'all was out of electricity for like a week. That is wild. She was telling me about that. Y'all stay prayed up, because baby, it's something coming. It is something coming where this entire world is about to be on a blackout. So stay prayed up. Keep your relationship close with God, because it's going to be a time where it won't be no social media. It's going to be you and whoever you live with, your dog, and Jesus. Okay, back to the story. Back to my TED Talk. I had to throw that in there. Sprinkle. Okay. I think that's all for competition rules. Let's see. Okay, last thing, teams and coaches. Okay, let's start with attitudes. Okay. Let me see. I've been in the Majorette world since 2014. Been in the Majorette world since 2014. I grew up on Bring It. Okay, I grew up on DD4L. I grew up on Dance Moms. Okay, so I grew up on these competition shows. Some of the shows were a little bit more, what's the word, dramatic, or what's the word where they like overdo stuff. I can't think of none of my words today. Basically, when they make stuff over the top for TV, okay? I grew up in that era. But I have seen, especially with social media and stuff, I've seen a lot of competitions, and being at competitions, I've seen a lot of competitions where you have dancers that, they gonna get with you, but they gonna get with you on the dance floor, okay? They gonna buck up at you, they gonna give you a I don't know, where did this stuff come from? Like, why is Majorette dance so violent, so aggressive? Okay, but I've seen that. I know that's a part of the culture. It's nothing wrong with it. Okay, but as a dancer, you should be able to have somebody do that to you, and you should be able to take it. And not take it to where they putting their hands on you, they saying something crazy, they calling you out your name, they talk about your mama, that's unnecessary. But if somebody buck up at you, somebody, do one of these at you, somebody hit you with one of these, they let her roll their neck and do this right here, If a dancer does that to you, you should be able to stand in your set, stand in your attention and whatever, and just, child, watch me eat you up on this dance floor. Okay? What happened to that? What happened to dancers being able to take that? What happened to dancers being able to buck up at another dancer, size them up, and you take that and all that fuel, all that anger, whatever you feeling on the inside, you pull that out on the dance floor. What happened to that? What happened to that? What happened to that? Because that's what I'm used to. And even I have to tell my dancers all the time, even when me and my dance sisters are battling ourselves, like me and my dance sisters, we quit. We'll be at the freaking bar and start the restaurant start playing some music, baby. We ready to battle at the bar. And then we eat each other up on the dance floor, and then we go back to our drink and having a great night. And sis, I'll see you later. Like, what happened to that? Why is everybody so angry? Why is everybody so mad? What did Orlando Brown say? Why is everybody fighting? What is happening? What is happening? And I blame the coaches. I blame the coaches. Because the only reason why these dancers are acting like this is because of us. It's because of us. We're the example. Regardless of what these dancers see on Instagram, regardless of what these dancers see on YouTube, TikTok, we are the example that they see on a daily basis, week to week in the dance studio. So whatever example we are showing them, that's what these dancers are going to do on the dance floor. Okay? And not only being able to handle it, but also being able to, when it comes to sportsmanship, when it comes to losing, when it comes to the judges not calling your team, the judges not calling your name, like, why are we so upset? Why are we so angry? Why are we so mad? Why are we acting like somebody stole your money, stole your car, stole your man? Why are we so mad? Why are we so mad? And it really disappoints me to see this generation of dancers, as young as they are, be so, like, okay. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Is this something? Is it something they teach it in the schools? Is it something on TikTok? Like, has the new generation just kind of, made a pact to each other that, you get in my face, I get in your face, we gonna fight, or, I throw up a leg, you throw up a leg, now we gotta fight. Like, I'm not used to this. I'm not used to this. And so these attitudes, when it comes to, like I said, when it comes to the dance floor, when it comes to what is it called? When it comes to time for awards, we just gotta do better. We gotta do better. We have to do better, because there's no reason why you should be sucking your teeth. There's no reason why you should be mad. I understand crying. Nobody likes to lose. Who likes to lose? Nobody likes to lose. But at the end of the day, you know what you signed up for. You know that you signed up for a competition. A competition does not mean everybody gets first place. A competition does not mean everybody gets second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. A competition means you have one winner and you're going to have however many, I don't want to say losers, because nobody is technically a loser. Because for me, the only loser you have is the person that didn't show up. And, for whatever reason, you never know somebody's story. You never know what happened. But for me, the only loser is the person that says, I'm too scared, I'm too intimidated, I can't go out there on that dance floor. That's the only time that you've lost. But if you have gone out there, done the competition, done your performance, done your solo, creative, stand battle, gave it your all, regardless if you messed up, you kept going, you made it to the end of the competition, you a winner, baby. Who say that? RuPaul? You a winner, baby. You a winner. Okay? So I've been around a few teams where I've had to boost them up, after a competition, and let them know it's okay. It's never that serious. It's never that serious where you should go home feeling defeated. It's never that serious where you should give up on yourself, beat yourself down because you didn't win a trophy, you didn't win a title. It's never that serious. It's never that serious. It's never that serious. But specifically these attitudes, we got to do better with these attitudes. We got to do better with these attitudes, because it's no reason why a coach has to come on the middle of the dance floor and break something up. It's no reason why the host has to get on the mic and say, you will get kicked out or you will get disqualified. It's no reason. It's no reason. It's no reason at all. And then the last thing, well, this is not the last thing, but I also want to say what I wrote down. Okay, for my dancers, know when what you said is just the generation. I guess it is. I guess it is the generation. I guess it is. I'm not used to this. I am not used to this. I'm 25 years old, and this is wild to me. This is wild. This is wild. So when to and when not to respond. So I know a lot of times, especially when it comes to stand battle, a lot of the competitions I've been to, after a team is done, usually when the two teams are facing each other, after a team is done with their choreo, you may have like one or two dancers, give a little extra, give a little death drop, give a little donkey kick, give a little leg, give a little, they like to do that for whatever reason. Dancers like to do that. They like to do that at the end of the choreo, which is fine. But there has to be a point where when it's too much. For example, let's give examples. For example, the competition today, like I said, the stand battle was done to the judges. So technically there was no other team on the floor. So this is between you and the judges. Yeah, you can buck up, and the other thing as well too, sometimes in the choreo may be done to another team. Like you may point to another team, you may buck up at another team, you may your stunt or something may be towards another team. So I understand wanting to face the team to do a certain move or something, which is completely fine. But at the end, once you're done with the choreo, there is no reason for you to walk up to another dancer, antagonize them, do a dance move, and then expect that dancer not to respond. Now, the dancer should not have responded. I completely, the dancer should not have responded. But what happens when the dancer wants to respond, and now we got a battle going on, and it's not even the battle. It's not even y'all time to battle. It's not even y'all time to battle. That could have been completely avoided. The judges could have made a decision, and if the judges didn't have a decision, this was a situation where the judges didn't have a decision and there had to be a captain's battle, which I could have made the decision for y'all, but that's neither here nor there. But just once your team, as a dancer, as a coach, once your team is done with their stand battle, done with their creative, done with their walkthrough, whatever it is, just go on about your business. Do your little one too if you want to, if you want. And I feel like because this generation is so easily angered, like because this generation always want to fight, want to buck up, it's going to be a point in time where dancers are going to get disqualified by doing that extra. Like once you hit your 5, 6, 7, 8, go to set. Okay. Just don't even do the extra, because you don't know what's going to come after that, because you don't know what other dancer you're antagonizing. You don't know, it's come to a point where you just can't. where you just really can't do anything else. How did you feel about my dancers, the Avatar performance? First of all, baby, after all of the teams went, I was sitting there counting. I was like, wait, that's number 7. First of all, baby, if your team would have competed, they would have ate everybody up. Hands down. Hands down, they would have ate everybody up. They would have ate everybody up. Clean, toes pointed, energy, tricks. I loved it. I loved it. Concept, costumes. I loved it. 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 The Avatar was good. Okay, Autumn. Hey, Autumn girl. They did really good. They did really, really good. They did really good. Okay, let me go back. Let me finish. Then at the end, I'm gonna tell y'all what I think the score should have been. If I was the judge, I'm gonna say what I think the score should have been. Not the scores, but the order. What the order should have been. Okay, and then last but not least, now I've been to a few competitions where people just can't get in their car and go home. Okay, I've been to a few competitions like that, and I am from Jacksonville, Florida. I am from Duval, and yeah. Yeah. Okay, so coaches, parents, dancers, it's never that serious. It's never that serious. It is never that serious. I'm not going to get into too much detail just because, I just really hate what I saw today. I really do. I really hate what I saw today. I hate what I heard today. And for the ones who were at the competition and watching, on this live, I stayed after the competition. I stayed in the parking lot probably for about an hour. I stayed in the parking lot for about an hour and just was disappointed. Just disappointed because it should have never, ever, 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 ever. I don't care what nobody said. I don't care what place you got. I don't care who you don't like, who you do like. It should never. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's my Wi-Fi. It keeps freezing on my iPad, y'all. Anyways, it should never be that serious. It should never be that serious to the point where someone makes you put your hands on somebody. It should never be that serious. So once again, coaches, speaking for me too. I am speaking for me too. Coaches, we have to be an example. We have to be an example for our dancers. We have to be an example when it comes to in and outside of the studio, in and outside of the dance floor. We have to be an example with what we post. We have to be an example with what we say. We have to be an example with, just everything. Like, I think at the end of the day, we have to remember that we don't know what's going on at home with a lot of these dancers. We don't know what these dancers experience at school. We don't know what they experience at home. We don't know what they experience when they're alone. This generation is full of suicide. This generation is full of depression. This generation is full of anxiety. This generation is full of anger. Like, this generation is full of just so much evil. It's evil. I don't care what you say. Depression is evil. Anxiety is evil. Suicide is evil. It is. And at the end of the day, as a coach, you don't know what role and position we play in the lives of these dancers, these young men, young women that we coach on a day-to-day basis. Yes, we get on them. Yeah, we might yell at them. Yeah, we might be hard on them. Yeah, we might make them cry. But at the end of the day, for some of them, we are their second parent. You know, for some of them, we might be their first parent. And we just have to always be mindful that we are an example. We are an example, whether it's on the dance floor or outside the dance floor. We are an example. So what I witnessed today, I pray that I never have to witness that ever competition, audition, performance, showcase. I pray that I never have to witness that ever again. I pray that I thank God that it wasn't worse than it was. And yeah, I just pray that never happens again. I pray that everybody that was a part learned a lesson from it. And you know, once again, we're an example. Parents, you too. Parents. I am not a parent. I'm a dog mom. I got nieces and nephews. But I'm not a parent yet. But I can only imagine as a parent if my child came home and told me what happened. And I was not there to defend my child. I was not there to help my child. And especially if something would have happened. Oh, something would have happened to my child. Parents, we're an example as well. We are an example as well. And we have to remember at the end of the day, y'all, it's just dancing. It's just dancing. It is just dancing. Like, it's just dancing. Okay? It's just dancing. At the end of the day, we got to be mindful, like, you know, it's just dancing. It's just a dance competition. It's just a trophy. It's a piece of metal. It's a piece of metal at the end of the day. Oh, do it. Do it. Give me a heads up. I'll come. But give me a heads up now. Don't be trying to have one like next week. Give me a heads up. But yeah, y'all. We have got to be an example. We've got to be an example. But that's it for my TED Talk, y'all. I thank y'all for joining. Like I said, I'm going to post this on YouTube. I'm going to post this up on YouTube. So if you would like to rewatch it, send it to somebody. I'm posting on YouTube. But yeah, that is the end of my TED Talk. Regardless, I enjoyed my day today. I enjoyed seeing all of the teams. I enjoyed seeing all of the different styles. I enjoyed, you know, being a part of you know, just these competitions as well, just to see, you know, new stuff that I can do, new stuff that I can incorporate, all of that kind of stuff. Also, another thing I want to say, I didn't see it. I hope somebody recorded a video, but I was told that apparently somebody was inspired by my choreo from a previous competition, and that the choreo looked real familiar, and apparently it was mine. I mean, I don't know. I don't mind. Hey, I don't care. You know, I don't mind. But I didn't see it, so I'm not going to speak. I'm not going to speak directly on it. But that's just what I heard. I just heard that somebody was inspired by my choreo. But yeah, y'all, that is it. I'm about to go eat. I'm about to take a shower. I'm about to go to sleep, honestly. I've been on the road at this competition all day, back on the road, and I got to be working at 8 o'clock in the morning. So, what y'all see?